Hi, I'm Miss Sue, and today we're going to read Pete the Cat Goes Camping by James Dean. What do you think the story is going to be about by the title and the picture? What do you see on the picture? We see a tent, a backpack. Oh, Pete has a skateboard, I think. Hiking shoes. So let's find out. Pete the cat is excited to go camping. This is his first time. Don't forget your sleeping bag, says Dad, or your hiking boots, says Mom. The campsite is deep in the woods. Mom and Dad set up the tent. Pete and Bob help collect sticks so they can make a fire later. Pete and Bob go for a hike. Bob shows Pete the footprints of different animals. Do you think we will see anything cool? Asks Pete. Maybe, says Bob. Pete and his dad go fishing. They must be very quiet and very still to catch fish. Fishing takes a long time. Finally, they catch some fish. Mom builds a fire. She cooks the fish for dinner. It tastes yummy. Next, Pete toasts marshmallows. Pete makes s'mores with chocolate and graham crackers. Who remembers Pete's friend's name that's camping with them? His name is Bob. It starts to get dark out, and Bob tells Pete a story about a scary, hairy giant. The giant lives in the woods. His name is Bigfoot. Do you think Bigfoot lives here? Asks Pete. No one has ever seen Bigfoot, says Bob. Don't let Bob scare you, says Dad. Bigfoot is not real, Mom says. Pete sighs with relief. But if he is real, I bet he's friendly, says Dad, and likes s'mores too. That's not scary, thinks Pete. Maybe he wants a s'more. Pete leaves one for his hairy friend. Soon it's time for bed. Lights out, boys, Dad says. Bob and Pete share a tent. Pete gets into a sleeping bag. It is cozy, but he cannot sleep. Why do you think Pete can't fall asleep? Let's think of some reasons. The woods seem extra dark, and all the sounds seem extra loud at night. Pete hears a weird swooshing sound. What is that? He asks Bob. That's just the wind, says Bob. Pete hears an old chirping noise. What's that? He asks out loud. Those are just crickets. Pete hears a strange hooting sound. What is that? He wonders. That's just an owl. Pete thinks of his friend Owl. What sounds an owl make? Hoo, hoo. Pete hears a loud snapping sound. Crack! What is that? He wonders. But Bob is already fast asleep. Pete listens carefully. Crack! Is it Bigfoot? Pete peeks outside. It is too dark to see anything. When Pete wakes up, he checks the spot where he left the s'mores for Bigfoot. The s'more is gone. There is a note, it says. Thanks for the treat. Thanks for the treat. XOXO. Uh-oh. Who do you think left the treat? Or left the thank you note? Pete shows his family. Wow, I knew Bigfoot was real, says Bob. Pete knows Bigfoot is not scary just because he looks different. does not mean he is scary. He even likes s'mores too. Thank you for joining me today.